keep on. I'm gonna try it raw. Raw like that. Raw. Next question. Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back to another video today. Today we are eating monster wings while reviewing Frankenstein. Yes, lots to talk about, guys. This is like a local place. I've never been here before. Monster wings. I guess if you know, you know. I got the combo burger, a monster burger, boneless wings, habanero mango, and mozzarella sticks. Right here. The menu. I mean the receipts. But guys, how are y'all? How are ya? God, I always look forward to these days of filming. I always look forward to like eating and then talking to y'all. Or like talking to myself in the car. But guys, what is up? Wow, this looks really good. They gave me 3 boneless, so they're supposed to be mango habanero. So that, some fries, and then oh, I got some onion rings. Let's open this hoe. Oh. Okay, this is pretty good. Look at that. Oh my god. And some veggies. I'm just kidding. Oh yeah, those are pretty good. This is what the burger looks like, guys. You know, before we jump in the review, we gotta grub, you know? This is what the monster burger looks like. Looks a lot like the Dave's one, you know? But you already know. First bite. Okay. Alright. Okay. I gotta be honest, the chicken's very like dry and too fried. It's a bit burnt. Alright. But has a good flavor to it though. Oh, look at that. Oh my god. That's crazy. Crazy. We're gonna dip it in the ranch, alright? Wait, no, let me try it like that, just on its own, raw. And then on the next one is gonna be with the ranch, right? 1, 2. Okay. That's valid. That is actually valid. Okay. Oh, okay. Sauce time. Wow. That's lit. That's really good, guys. The ranch. I'm gonna finish this. Okay. Honestly, the wings are a highlight right now. That's pretty good. And then you got the marinara sauce with the mozzi. Right here. Alright, let me see if I get the cheese ball. I doubt it. Let me see. Okay. I actually got the cheese ball in that. Okay. That's good. I think what I'm gonna have to do with the burger, I'm gonna have to dip it in the ranch. It'll be less dry that way. I got the fry. Fries are bomb. Frankenstein. Directed and written by Guillermo del Toro. Dr. Victor Frankenstein, a brilliant but egotistical scientist, brings a creature to life and a monstrous experiment that ultimately leads to the undoing of both the creator and his tragic creation. Bro, guys, alright, let's jump into the talk. First off, I'm not a huge, like, you know, Frankenstein, like, fanatic that, you know, I know a lot of people, there's like a fan base of like, oh, you know, and there's so many movies, and I guess growing up before reading the book, I think everyone grew up with the Frankenstein that's like green and he's like a blazer and he's like a screw on the side of his head, and he's like, he doesn't really talk, and he just doesn't say anything and he just grunts. But reading the book in high school, I think maybe kind of got me thinking a little bit, like, okay, this is actually a very good story. No wonder there's so many adaptations of it. And if fast forward to now, Guillermo del Toro like making it, directing, and I was like, okay, all right, this might be, I might be interested in this. And Oscar Isaac and freaking Jacob Elordi and Mia Goth, like, honestly, a lot of Latinos, a lot of Latin like talent in this project. Like, I'm really happy about that. Me gente Latino, And I gotta say, after the movie, I was like, okay, I do like Frankenstein. I mean, from the book, I already liked it from the book, and the movie I think does it justice in terms of tonality. I mean, because I know they took a lot of creative liberties with it, but I really enjoyed it. I got on my feels afterwards. I was blasting Marvin's Roop. Marvin's Roop type beat, Alright, I'm gonna dip this in the ranch. Sorry guys, I know in my reviews I spend so much time like yapping, and then like everyone's like just wants to see the food, Alright, let's go for it. Okay. Just need more sauce. I think there's more sauce. That's the problem. But let me put some ranch in that. Oh my god! Look at that. Oh, all right. Let's dig in, boys. It's called the Monster Burger, so I had to get it for that. Oh, that's ham. Tiene jamón. Alright. Jamón, tomate, pollo. Alright. I didn't know I had ham in it. I didn't really check on the description of it. I'm spontaneous that way. A1, guys. A1. Okay, let's start off. Performances, right? Because that's always the first thing for me. I always focus on performances because I feel like that makes or breaks the movie. Obviously, there's a lot of factors to why a movie can, does work or doesn't work. But performances, right off the bat, Jacob Elordi as a creature blew me away. Honestly, blew me away. Like, I love the risks he's been taking with his career. He's been making more bold movies, and I really respect that. And taking on this, on this adaptation of Frankenstein, the creature, that's a pretty high bar. You really gotta. That's a huge responsibility, because if your performance as the creature doesn't work, then you don't have a movie. You don't have Frankenstein. You don't have the whole thing. But safe to say is phenomenal performance. I even should think, I don't know if this is a hot take or not, but he should get a nomination at least. An Oscar nomination, because he totally transformed himself. Like, if I didn't know Jacob Elordi, if I didn't know his work, and this was my first time seeing him, I would not have known that he's done like all these other things. I'm like, whoa, who's that? I would have been like, who's that? But it's crazy, this guy from Euphoria, Kissing Booth, and all these movies, and he's really been like upping his filmography. Respect that, and he's definitely one of the best actors right now, for the young generation. And I gotta give him his flowers. He's so good. His physicality as a creature too, which is portraying that vulnerable, the baby-like person to the creature, because obviously he's literally born. He was made, he was created, and to be left abandoned is just like, oh, so devastating. And that's why that story has always been universal. You know, we've all felt some way, some kind of abandoned, you know. And in this, I right away just gravitated towards him. I was like, oh my god, bro, you know, I just want to give him a hug. I'm like, bro, you're good. Like, I'm not papa, you know, but hey, I'm a brother, you know. If I was a dad of the creature, I don't know, I'd be such a bad father, you know. I'd be like, hey, let's go, you know, let's go chug this. I don't know, you know. But anyways, I'm going up on a rant. With that being said, Oscar Isaac as Victor Frankenstein was a pretty cool take too. I like that. Apparently, like, his approach to it was I guess Guillermo, I guess, as a direction to Oscar Isaac and as Victor, they went out about it as a kind of a rock star, you know, that madman, that genius, right, as a musician, right? They've always gotten like super crazy. I mean, just artists in general, and I think that was the right approach to this. You know, he like even looks like a rock star, low key. Like, his wardrobe kind of gave like lead singer of like a hardcore band, rock band. And I really liked that. I really portrayed. I think that was a good way to show the chaos with the character. And Oscar Isaac, man, I love that guy. Compa, that's a compa right there, you know, like Latino, and that's so cool that it was dominated by a Latino cast. Like, and it's just so cool. Also, I guess just another spin on it. Him as Victor, like, knowing that Oscar, right, is Mexican. I think he's Mexican. And he's also having put on this British accent. I'm like, that's so cool, because it's like, I've never seen like a, you know, a Latino with a British accent. You know, that's so cool. I really like that. No cheese pull in this one. They're good. Mozzarella. So, put that in the comment section, like, what movie, what's your favorite adaptation, and did you like this one in particular? Oh, hit him with the wing. Hit him. Alright, let's go in, guys. Alright, let's ranch it up. The wings are a highlight in this. Yes, yes. I heard noise over. But I haven't done a car video. I think, did I say that already? I haven't done a car video in a while. I'm literally in front of my house right now. I just kind of miss the casualness of this, you know? And, you know, I was like, hey, why change it up a bit, you know? Hold on. I'm going for another bite, guys. Again, ranch it up. Because it just needs sauce. It just needs a little more sauce. It's a little too dry. But it has a good taste, though. And, oh, let's talk about the controversy with the white shots, okay? I personally like it. I know a lot of people are like on the fence or like, eh. There's been a trend in some movies lately where a lot of it is in wides. and it's like the close-up is not really such a close-up anymore, you know. But I think it perfectly makes sense for this one, because you know he wanted Guillermo really loves the practical effects. I mean, who doesn't? I mean, I do too. And like, I think he wanted to show off the production design in this, the sets, and just the huge scope of it, because they literally built sets. Like, they literally built a whole ass, like a whole freaking like castle, laboratory, like props to the production on that. Like, amazing work. And when we see the whole movie in the white shots, like we talked about, I think they're justified. They're just justified because you see the detail, and you must have made it known that it's like, this is real. Like, I had carpenters, like, this is real. This is not just some like blue screen, green screen, and just like a few set pieces. No, it's a whole thing. And I'm like, wow, that's awesome. Also, just helps performances, you know. As an actor, like, I want to interact with, like, I want to see like a table. It's like a really nice window, like a real thing, you know. Because I can only imagine acting on a green screen, a blue screen. It's just hard because you really got to put the imagination there. I mean, acting just requires a lot of imagination still, but like, why make it harder on us, you know? I mean, that's just my personal take as an actor, but I think just, you know, I don't mind the white shots. I like seeing just not only the subject of the character, but like everything else, you know? And I mean, I would want to show off too. How can I show off my set? Especially when I want to give credit to my production team. I mean, they worked hard on this, and like, you know, I want to give it the love that it deserves. And I noticed it. I know a lot of people noticed it too. They were like, "Oh, this looks freaking cool!" Like, damn, it feels really lived in, you know. I was holding the water for the longest time. Yeah, and then Mia Goth. Okay, let's talk about her. Obviously, she killed. But I think that's my only con of the movie, really, is she didn't have that much screen time, and I feel like she was underdeveloped. I would have loved if she had more scenes with the creature, you know, because that was very interesting too, the way their dynamic was in the film. But the way, with the minimal screen time she had, and with the creature, it's like I almost didn't believe there was something there. I mean, I know in the book, in the movies, have always portrayed that relationship a bit differently. And this one, they go more of a romantic route with it. I almost didn't believe it, you know, because I'm like, yeah, this makes sense, but also just, it's not selling it to me, you know? The chemistry was there, and whenever they did have a scene, it's like, it was very compelling. But I think I just needed more scenes with them, and just to really believe when, you know, not spoiler, but, you know, there's a book out there, something happens. When it happened in this movie, I was like, I don't know. I mean, I know I'm supposed to feel like sad, but like it just wasn't. I wasn't, and I was like, oh, damn. You know, it's just like, that was just how they went about her character, you know. But phenomenal for what she had. Like, she still killed. Like, there's no regard, you know. There's no such thing as a small role. There's a small actor, you know. And I believe in that school of thought. But I'm very curious about y'all's thoughts about the movie. I mean, I'm glad that I was able to check it out at the theater while it was still running. Because I know it's on Netflix, but like, I feel like it's Guillermo del Toro, and he always his movies, all his production, his sets. He's so good at that. Like, it really makes it feel like I can get lost in his worlds, you know, in his fantasy world, and it's like, that's so cool, you know. And I wanted that for Frankenstein, you know, and I'm so glad I did, because I don't think I would have noticed that much details as if I watched it at home, you know? And the movie is a bit slow, warning on that. I don't mind slow movies, like, I love slow burn. Like, I could watch somebody like sit in a chair for like 5 minutes, and it's like there's no cuts, you know, just sitting. I love that, but not that it has those kinds of shots, but the movie is slow, you know, because it's telling literally chapters of the book. But there's times where it just was slower when I thought it should have been a bit faster when it came to like the second act of the film, but overall I still enjoyed it. I still enjoyed it the same. I wonder what sauce they used for the burger. Or some kind of like chipotle mayo kind of thing. I mean, I could be wrong, but right here. All right, let's ranch it up. Let's ranch it up. Let's ranch it up. All right. That was a good bite. That was a good bite. Let me not forget the blind man, the old blind man in the movie. Phenomenal, phenomenal. Oh my god, he was exactly how I envisioned him in the book, you know? Again, another complaint I have for that is like, I wanted more scenes. I wanted more scenes, because I know it's, I mean, the movie was more fine. I can see it. I'm more okay with the less screen time on that than the you know, the Mia Goth scenes, but I just love the relationship in that short amount of time. Like, I just love the chemistry was there. It's just like the old man is just like, just accepted him for who he was, no matter what, you know? And that's just, there's a very valuable lesson in that. And then, you know, and having empathy and, you know, sympathy and how we treat today's society. I really, that says a lot. You know, a lot of kindness goes a long way. And, you know, taught him everything. Taught him about read, tell him all that. And it was just so, like, heartwarming. And it was just like, oh, finally some positivity in his life, you know, the creature. But I just wanted more scenes, that's it. I just wanted more scenes. But I get why. Jacob and his voice, honestly, going back to Jacob as a creature, his voice, oh my god, like, I'm just like, how did you even do that, you know? The look too, I mean, that's also what's important. Every adaptation has a different looking creature, you know? I was gonna say Frankenstein creature. And this one, I love the look. I'm not a big fan of the other ones, you know. And he's not the version that we also know, the green guy, and, you know. And that's not a true, like, that's not. That was an interpretation, but everybody kind of stuck with that, and it's like, oh, that's the creature, you know. And it's like, no. The way he's described in the book is like, I forget what it is, but he's like, there's a beauty to him, you know. And it makes sense because he's made up of different people, and like, yeah. And also, I think that's why Jacob was such a good choice, because he has a very specific like face structure, and he's a good-looking guy. He's a great-looking dude. And it was just, you know, he has a face and as a creature in this movie that I'm like, damn, like, are you okay? You know, like, it really sold the pathos for me, you know? And kill it, I mean, with everything in mind, the physicality, and just, Jacob blew it out of the park. Once the creature starts talking in the movie, it's really, I believe the evolution of the character, of like going from like not talking at all and just as a and it was basically was a baby, you know, to this guy, this person, this human, really confronting Victor, and it's like, hey, like, you brought me into this world, like, bruh, why'd you leave me, dog, you know? And also, make me a wifey, you know? No. Make me a baddie, Victor. Make me a baddie. And Victor's like, nah. You're ugly. You're ugly as hell. Hell nah. I regret you. And it's like, damn. Dick, you know? Like, damn. Alright, guys. We're about to finish our food. I'm gonna try it raw. Raw like that. Raw? Next question. I'm gonna have just one more. One more. I like the way they fried these. It doesn't feel like it's like too much, you know? If that makes sense. But honestly, Oscar Isaac with long hair, pretty dope. Honestly, it looks really cool on him. I also love that guy. That guy seems like a very cool dude. And Guillermo too, like chill. Like Dream Blunt rotation, and I could just listen to him talk. Just listen, you know? Then we finish this burger and call it quits. But pretty impressed with the movie, honestly. Guillermo is literally the master at his craft, a craftsman, you know. I would love to work with him. I hope I do. Honestly, I would love to work with Guillermo. I've always liked the Hellboy movies. I used to watch them as a kid. Badass movies, like especially the second one. Goated. He's so good. He's Ron Perlman, and just the movie. I mean, just like again, the practical sets, the practical effects, everything is real, you know. And you're not good. Sí tiene jamón. Well, also the poster goes hard, by the way. The poster of him like just standing hard. Oh, I love this little detail from the creature. He has like long hair, right? But I also like that he has one strand of a hair that sticks out, and it's like gray. That's so cool. I think that's such a nice detail because obviously he's made up from like different people's body parts. And that gray hair just makes me think like, oh, it could have been like, you know, a gray man, or I mean a gray man, an old man, or like, you know, who knows? But it's like, I don't know, something about it just makes the it makes him more interesting to look at, because I really think they were emphasizing like, okay, if you're made up from different people, we gotta show it, you know? It's not just like stitches and stuff. It's like, okay, like I gotta look like, okay, maybe my forehead is my forehead skin is darker than my lip, you know, whatever. My lower mouth, you know, my lower chin, you know. A piece of pan. Ay, pan! But go watch it, guys. Go watch it. It's so good. So good. I think that's it, guys. Thank you for watching, supporting as always. If you haven't seen my last video, Smashing Machine, check that out. Let me know what movies you guys want me to do next, you know? Also, yeah, I have a few in mind, but I want to see, put it down in the comment down. Put it like on the comment section down below, like what movie and food I should do. But I think that'll conclude the video. Thank you guys. And of course, I love every single one of you. And thanks for watching. I only do this for y'all, honestly. So, wouldn't be here without y'all. So, have a good time. Have fun on the weekend. You know, you're young. You know, some of you that's watching, young. Like, have fun. Go out there. Be present. Boom. Go out. Go to the bars. Go shoot your shot.
Step back one-legged. What kind of shot is that? Have you ever shot that shot? Do you work on that shot?
Do you practice that shot? Do you practice that shot? Just go up to a random person and be like, hey, I'm interested in you. My name is blah, blah, blah. Boom. Life is too short to be afraid. Life is too short. But, sorry for a little bit of a ramble there, but I love y'all. See you on the next one. Peace.